All right, so this is the third time I've tried to record this video. It's difficult, but it's definitely needed. And so I'm gonna try my best to complete everything that I need to say all in one phrase. One phrase? I guess one statement. But we've done something similar to this in the past, where we basically give you kind of a life update of me, the Hunter DD33, like for real, in person. The real version, not the digital version, which is the one that you're seeing now. But no, this is not the one you're seeing now. This is me real. What I'm saying is not the one that's all happy-go-lucky, like hunting all kinds of cool animals in Call of the Wild. Yeah, that's still me, but that's a part of me. That's only a small part of me, right? There's a lot more than just that. As in, I'm me as a person who has, you know, family, values, hobbies, and things that I grew up loving to do. Things that I don't get to do as often anymore, but I do want to work my way to be able to doing more of them more frequently. But most importantly, I want to be able to do them with the people that I love and care about most. So let's get started with this so I can kind of give you a life update and show you where we're at and where we're going to go from here. And a couple other things along the way. Now, I'm not very good at doing speeches. I never really loved doing presentations in front of big classes or large audiences, but we're gonna do our best. For the last 7 years, I've always been doing my passion, and it's been just an absolute blessing. I'm so grateful for every one of you guys to support ever since the beginning, and the reason that we are as far as we are today is because of all of your support. If I didn't have your support, then we never would have pushed past a certain point. We never would have grew as big as we are and never would have had the amount of success as we did. But ever since then, we've had some great success playing the Hunter Call of the Wild, several fishing games, Fishing Planet, many other games that we played along the way. And I'm trying to have a serious conversation here. Meanwhile, we got this bobcat that thinks it's a good idea to try and interrupt. I apologize for that. Anyways, as I was saying, throughout the journey, I've always had you guys along the way, and it's been an amazing journey, and I've always been super blessed to have all of you guys there. But ever since I've moved to Texas, there's been a lot of different ups and downs. When I moved to Texas, I chose a path, and that is I had to end a relationship in order to start a potential new one. Okay, so I never told anybody this. Not even people, well, I think like my brothers and my family knows, but the reason I had to break up with my ex-girlfriend and move to Texas is because she didn't want to have a kid. And we were together for almost 7 years. But I still did have a lot of feelings for her. So I had to make a choice to stay with her and know that I would never have a child, but still be happy for the most part, because she was an awesome person and we had a lot of fun together. Now, we were together for almost 7 years. Or start completely over and move to a different area. Well, that's what I did. I chose to start over. And the reason that I had this second chance is because if you guys knew from my life video, I talked about saying how I was in the most pain of my life for over a year. And I thought it was never going to end. I got to the point of I was 29 years old and I was about to turn 30 for my 30th birthday. It was like a month before my 30th birthday. And I honestly was to the point that I would pray to God every night. And finally I got to the point of, I said, listen, I know I'm gonna turn 30 soon, but if this pain doesn't go away, I don't know if I want to make it to 30. I would rather the pain go away and make it to 30, rather than making it to 30 and still being in the most pain that you could ever imagine in your life. I would not wish this pain on my worst enemy. I turned 30 years old. 2 days later, I wake up and all of the pain is 100% gone. That was not from me. That was 100% God's work. Because without him, one, I might not have made it to 30. And two, I still could have been in major pain. So since he made that miracle happen, I knew that I had to have a second chance at life. He gave me a second chance at life, so I knew that I owed it to myself to have a second start, fresh, in life. That's when I chose to break up with her and move to Texas. So I'll tell you exactly why I moved to Texas. And the main reason I moved here to Texas is because I wanted to recreate my favorite hunt of all time. When I was 19, I bow fished for alligator gar in Texas, and I got some huge ones. Well, I really want to do that again, and now that I have a boat and all of my equipment, cameras and everything, I can't see anything. I mean, I'll see them, but they're just really far away, or just the water level is way too low, so all the fish are in the deep section, not way up in the high where they're spawning in the grounds. So I haven't even been able to do that, which that's a lot of fun too, just in itself. And I don't mind not seeing anything, but I mean, I went out there 25 times now, and I'll see small ones and I'll see big ones roll off in the distance, but you never see a big one up close to you. So that's very frustrating. That was the main reason I moved here. But then a girl who I previously met in California, she was living here. So I thought, if I'm gonna live here, then I'll see if we can get back together. Like, not really, I wasn't really dating her before, but we were friends. So since I was living here and we were talking again and I would be single, then I thought we could, like, you know, try and start something. And actually I did, and it was pretty good at first. But then I realized that she wasn't exactly the person that I wanted to be with for long term. She was a cool person, but I'm looking for something more serious, and she was more of like a party person. I'm not really a partier. I'm more serious. Yeah, I can have fun and stuff and, you know, enjoy doing certain things together, but to just go like partying all the time, no. For one, I'm way too old for that. But I mean, she was only 2 years younger than me, so I guess age doesn't really matter in that factor. It was just, I realized that she wasn't mature enough to be in a serious relationship, so eventually that kind of sizzled out on its own. And I didn't even really break up with her. It was kind of like she just slowly stopped texting me back, and we kind of pushed each other away. So then ever since then, you know, I've just been on my own. So there's really not a whole lot of hunting you can do in Texas aside from wild pig hunting, or go spend a lot of money and do some high fence hunting. Also, it is hotter than you could ever imagine in Texas. Now, I'm from Wisconsin, so I'm used to, you know, humidity and warm temperatures, and also very extreme cold temperatures. But this is like a whole nother climate here. And I was also living in California for like 9 years. But California is 70 and sunny, 80 degrees and sunny. Yeah, it does get up to 100 degrees sometimes, but very rarely. Like in Texas right now, it's 92 degrees. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's not even like that hot of a season right now, but it's 92 degrees out. And I'm literally dripping right now with the air conditioning on inside, which is pretty wild, to be honest. Yeah, I feel like it's definitely been a while since we've done an update like this. The last time we've done an update was, like I said before, the My Life update. And that was over 5 years ago. Things are way different since then. So I really wanted to be able to get an update so you guys knew kind of the situation that I've been dealing with. And I didn't want to talk about it for a long time because here's the thing. If you talk about something like this, then you could say that it's going to keep you in that mindset of being, you know, down. But I'm not down. I'm just really happy. The one thing that I do need to work on though is as soon as a girl like gives me attention and tries to talk to me, I have to just pretend like she's just like another girl, as in not girlfriend material. So it really affects your self-esteem. You know what I mean? Like before I moved to Texas, I never had that feeling before. Obviously when I was growing up, you know, like 17, 18, even 19, yeah, I still had that feeling. But I worked really hard, worked out a lot, gained a lot of self-confidence, and yeah, you get rejected sometimes, but it's different when you aren't rejected at first, but then they reject you after. Like you're still getting rejected. It's just it hurts way more when they already accept you at first, but then they tell you no after. Without telling you no. They're just gone. So anyways, I gotta work on that, and I just gotta be more happy being content with being alone. Not that I'm content with it, but it's not life-changing, and that's how I would see it, as like life-changing. But it's just not that easy, and especially since I was so accustomed to being in a relationship for a long time. So now that I haven't been in a relationship, or I had been in some and they just ended badly, it's like as soon as everything is going good, then they kind of crush you and, you know, break your heart. And at that point, you don't really want to create content because you know it's not going to be very positive, and no matter how much you try and fake it, I'm too real of a person to be able to fake it like that. I can't hold in my emotion. Like, it comes out no matter if I want to or not. My grandpa was the same way. You know, he would start to tell me a story about something that he was really passionate about, and halfway through the story he would just start bawling. And he was one of the toughest, meanest son of a beezy you could ever imagine. 6'3", almost 300 pounds, farmer, old school farmer. His hands, they called him sausage fingers because his hands were as big as a bratwurst. I mean, this dude was super intimidating. But yeah, he would just start bawling. So I obviously have that gene. I'm not going to start crying, but I just feel the same way that he would feel. So long story short, every time I would get in a situation where I felt like it had potential for the future, I would get my heart broke, and then it would kind of leak out into my content, and thus one of the reasons that I didn't stream for like a year straight, or almost 2 years even, I think at one point. And then every time I try and start again, everything's going good, and I try and focus solely on myself and just being happy with all of you guys and everything. But since I don't have my family here, it's been a lot more difficult. I'm literally on my own right now, and have been off and on for the past 2.5 years. So I've been trying to focus on not needing another person in my life. And I know I don't, but yet, I mean, to survive, I guess I don't, but I really would like that. So in a sense, I do. But what I'm saying is I don't need that for my happiness, and I can't let that I can't rely on that for like long-term happiness. Not that I'm not happy with myself, I am, but then the problem is, like I was saying before, everything is going good and everything's amazing, but then I'll meet someone and think, oh, this person's super cool, and no, I don't like them. Like, you know, I do believe in true love at first sight, yeah, but at the same time, it's not like I don't have to have a girlfriend right now. But when one presents themselves and it's kind of like a spontaneous moment where you guys just like meet coincidentally, well, that's cool because you can go with that somewhere. And then you guys have so much fun. You're up talking all night for 5-6 hours, swimming in the pool, and you spend the whole weekend together. Next thing you know, you think like, this is awesome, right? And you text back and forth every day, not too much, but just enough, you know, like, yeah, I'm busy too. I have a lot of stuff to do. But then gradually they just stop texting you back as much, and you keep hanging out. Everything's still sort of good, but you realize every time you see them, you're more excited to see them than they are excited to see you. And at that point, that's when it hits you. And it's like it takes you off your track of being kind of happy. I know it probably doesn't make a lot of sense to some of you, but that's just me being as real as I possibly can. Because you do deserve a reason for me not to stream. For me to stop streaming. I mean, all of you guys, so many of you guys have looked forward to all of our streams, and I love streaming, and it sucks that I had this happen, you know, over and over. And the worst part is, I've met some girls that are super cool, and they know what I do, and they're like, oh, that's awesome. You know, they want to be part of it, and like watch streams and stuff, and like be moderators. I've had that before. And then they just drop out, you know, for something. I don't know what they want, obviously, but it's not me. So, as in like they don't want me. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's just been very difficult. And that's one of the main reasons why I haven't streamed in so long. And also I haven't even like checked a lot of my comments lately in my videos, mainly because of that. Another thing is I didn't get a mule deer tag this year, so I couldn't go mule deer hunting, which that was very unfortunate. I did put in, but I put in for a single hunt instead of a group hunt, which if I put in a group hunt, I would have drew, and I didn't even know that I put in a single hunt. It was an accident, and the main reason for that was because I was going through a relationship with the girl that I moved here for. Not specifically for, but a girl that I knew from before, and when things started going south, of course my brain wasn't fully working, and yeah, accidentally hit the wrong button and submitted for a single hunt instead of a group hunt. But yeah, that's just a little bit of an explanation as to why I haven't streamed in a long time. I do want to keep streaming, and I've been working on not letting it affect me, but like I said, it is very difficult when you're not around your family. And plus, since I don't live in California anymore, or Wisconsin, I don't have like friends that I grew up with. I have friends, but not like friends, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you guys are way more friends to me than a lot of friends that I have in real life, because we can relate more and we've experienced very similar things in life. And yeah, so now it's a little bit different now, you know, because now I'm in my 30s. I know I made a video about my life before, but that was me transforming from 18 to 22, 23 years old. At that point, you have like your whole life ahead of you. Not that I'm old now, but it's different from like a dating standpoint. And I've never even dated before. Like, I don't believe in dating. I just think you should live your life, and then when you find someone who kind of joins into your life spontaneously or like coincidentally, then yeah, you can start a relationship. So anyways, in conclusion with all this, I'm gonna be moving back to Wisconsin, which is where my family is. So that's gonna be good because I'm really close with both of my brothers and my dad, my mom of course too. So we'll be doing a lot more hunting and fishing and stuff like that on the channel. And who knows, maybe we'll just turn it into a complete outdoors channel after a while. You know, maybe we'll be able to do deer hunting, turkey hunting, duck hunting, goose hunting, bow fishing, carp. Mud running, we got four-wheelers and stuff. Fishing, definitely fishing. I don't know if I said fishing or not, but like walleye fishing, cat fishing, Mississippi bullhead, set lines, bank poles, muskie fishing. I want to get back into muskie fishing. All of those things. And they're a lot more enjoyable when you're with people that you're close to. You know, stuff's not that fun when you're doing it alone. Because at that point, it's like, well, who do you have to talk to about it? So, yeah, I'm excited for that. And I think you also attract, like, what your environment is into your life. Like, the people that are around you will be affected and persuaded by your environment. In other words, the habitat has a lot to do with the people that are in the area that will be attracted to you. So with all that being said, let's go try and find a big buck. We found a track from a max weight muley buck and he was headed off in this direction here, but recently we just spotted a whole herd of muleys, which there was 2 bucks and a doe, so there's a good chance he's gonna be over there. We're not 100% sure he's going to be there or not, but we're going to go with our gut on this one and believe that he's going to be there. Because if the other mule deer are there, then he should be there as well. Alright, we got more fresh tracks going all the way down here to this canyon. In fact, we got some right over here. It looks like we just had some trotting tracks there. Now, I think those are old, but then again, that could have been from when we took a shot at that bighorn from before. Oh my god, there he is right there. We can just barely see his antlers sticking up out of that brush right over there. We came all the way over here to try and find out where he was, and I couldn't see a single mule deer in this area. But then all of a sudden I got that icon which showed there was an animal there, and sure enough, you can see his rack sticking up. And wow, is he massive. So he's right in that brush there, and we have a decent wind where we should be able to sneak up to get within about 50 yards for a shot. But the best part about this is we're also up on this mountain going down, so we can pretty much watch him the whole way. Now in this case here, we actually might need to try and call him in. We might need to. Alrighty, we'll put out the caller right here. And then get back up to the top of this hill in hopes that maybe this buck comes in. I mean, he should. He's only 80 yards out from us. But the thing is, the closer we get to him here, the more we're not going to be able to see anything. So at this point, we don't have a choice. We literally have to try and call him in. Or we're never going to see him. Well, let's call him in. Oh my god, there he is right there. Did you see him get up? Oh, he was right behind that brush and now he's stepping out, coming right towards us here. Alright, we got him out there at about 65 yards. He's quartering directly at us, so we don't have a shot just yet. But we will very soon. Alright, here we go. It looks like he's gonna try and go uphill, but eventually he should turn and walk right parallel to us. I can't imagine he's gonna go too much further up that hill, is he? Alright, well, we got him at 55 yards right there. And I'm not exactly sure. Oh, we just absolutely smoked him. Oh man, that was so cool. So we're 0 for 43, right? And he was 55, which means it's about 10 yards difference. So I would say, give or take, that's roughly 8 inches of drop. So we just held it right on the spine, which basically like the top of the lung, and we let one fly for 44, and it hit absolutely perfectly. Because he didn't go 20 yards and piled up right over here. Yep, there we go. Awesome blood right there. And he ran right through here. More good blood there. Looks like he made it a little further than 20 yards. But he's piled up right here. Alright, there we have it. It's gonna be a 273 gold. Wow, is that thing monstrous. Holy. 273. And we got a perfect double lung shot at 52 yards. Almost a double lung heart shot. We took the shot right when he turned his head to see what was going on. And that thing hit perfectly. You know, that's actually a super cool position for this buck to be in, because you can't even see his face. Like, you can't tell what's going on in the situation here. The rack still looks quite incredible, but you can't see what he's looking at. So anyways, now you guys know a little bit more about me and what's been going on the last couple of years, as well as what's going to be happening in the future. So I hope you guys understand everything. I like I said before, I'm not that good at articulating certain stories. Only when I'm on camera. When I'm in person, in real life, it's fine, right? But as soon as I'm on camera, not even camera, just knowing that something is happening live and there's pressure, I guess I just freeze up and kind of don't know what to do next. So, like I said though, in person, I'm fine. You know, I worked a lot in person to become really, like, self-confident, independent, and, charismatic, I guess. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and what a cool way to finish off this hunt other than taking down. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and what a sweet way to end this video other than taking down a huge muley buck with the compound bow and absolutely just smoking him. So I promise in this video I will go back and check out the comments, and I'll reply to every single one of you because you guys all deserve it. I'm so grateful to have every single one of you guys here, and I'm sorry for leaving you guys hanging for so long. I really am. And I hope you can forgive me. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys are also super excited about the new map coming out very soon.